And most probable outcome is what? Quitting. When the motivation drops, it drops like really in a fast mode. Why does it happen? You enter the deep and motivation drops. If you allow your motivation cycle to turn negative, your motivation will continue to drop. That's the first outcome in Route B. The second outcome, ladies and gentlemen, is surviving the dip. What can happen is that people who follow the 100 success strategy and have a professional coach or upline will actually survive the dip. Most of the time, those who go through this dip quit simply because nobody guided them. Nobody coached them. That's why as an upline or uplines, as leaders, it is your primary goal to have your downlines motivated every time so that they will never be able to experience that quitting stage in their motivational dip. It is your job to motivate them. Everyone else will quit. Okay? And surviving the dip is simple. How do you teach your downline? Or how do you reignite that fire in your downline so that they will be able to survive the dip? It is very simple. And this is the technique. Instead of remotivating them about their dreams, about the change in their lives, about those cars, again, it may work, but most of the time, it won't work. Like motivating your downlines with all these external motivations, it doesn't work anymore, especially if your downlines are going through that motivation dip already. We have to switch. We have to re-strategize. And the best strategy is to focus. Focus on what? Focus on learning and activity goals. When your downlines are going through this motivation dip, instead of motivating them about their dreams, focus on developing themselves. Focus on teaching them. Focus on developing your downlines to become leaders. Because when you focus on learning, ladies and gentlemen, they create a lot of activities. So when you focus on learning and activity goals, if you are focused on learning, then you are focused on learning and activity goals rather than results. You can be achieving 100% of learning and activity goals, be making excellent progress, feel fantastic about your business, yet not be earning much, if anything, at all. So the best way, ladies and gentlemen, to motivate downlines who are experiencing this dip, is not actually motivate them in terms of results, but motivate them in terms of learning and activity goals. Are you with me? Remember that four pillars of success that Sir Arnel has discussed with you earlier. Remember that adjustment stage? So when you are having a downline having a hard time building his network, instead of, getting them excited again, motivating them of results, teach them how they will be able to adjust, especially in terms of their activity. Because in my experience, most of the time, people do not get their goals because they lack the activity. They lack activities. They lack the activity simply because they are not motivated. They are not motivated because they are going through the negative motivation cycle. And the best way to break that is focus on learning and activity goals. Okay? Now, increasing success ratio. By the time that your downlines become competent, can you say that? Competent. Can you say competent? In AIM Global, one of our strengths, ladies and gentlemen, and I'd like to focus on this, is being able to train our distributors to become competent. It's not just about mindset. It's also about skill set. Can you say skill set?
Skill set.
To become successful, you need two important things. The proper mindset and the right set of skills or skill set. Mindset and skill set. You cannot become successful just by having the right mindset. A lot of you here, we already have that kind of mindset. Mindset of a successful distributor. Mindset of a leader. mindset of an entrepreneur. But how come we are not able to convert this to tangible result? Because most distributors, they lack the skill set. And when we say skill set, this talks about competency. That's why, again, I'm very proud and happy to say that one of the strengths of AIM Global is providing training to its distributors to become competent. Not just excited people, but people who can actually talk from the heart and talk in front of their prospect and look straight into the eyes of prospect, because they can talk out from their heart that this business is really good and it can change the life of many people. You know, a lot of network marketing companies, they have this culture, okay, in their companies of, trying to excite a lot of prospects by showing a lot of results. It can create pay-ins. It can actually create a lot of excitement when you try to motivate people or prospects in terms of results, like fancy cars, fancy belts, good shoes, a lot of expensive bags and all. It's like showing off people that this company is good because look, you can see it from me that I have good results. When you try to convince someone because of those results, then you are not enhancing your real convincing power, because you need these results in the first place to convince your prospect. What if I take away those results from you? Are you going to be able to still convince your prospect or not anymore? So let's not capitalize on showing results. Let's capitalize on having the right skills to persuade and convince our prospects to pay in and join AIM Global. Are you with me? Are you with me? Now you understand that in reality, of course, you need to be presentable when you face your prospects. You need to be professional when you try to convince your downlines or your friends. But let's focus not on, just showing off results. Let's focus on being competent and skillful in convincing, in persuading our prospects. So let's focus on competency. Increasing success ratio, the achievement of learning and activity goals, means that the new market networker develops a positive motivational cycle. As your competence and confidence increases, so will the ratio of successful presentations as a percentage of your success ratio. So what happens is, you become more confident, and when you become more confident, you take massive action, and that action will result to greater result. That positive motivation creates competence, the competence creates confidence, the confidence creates massive action creates greater results. Key points before I even end. Okay? To succeed in network marketing, you have to go through the dip. When I say you have to go through the dip, you have to survive the dip. Can you say that? Survive the dip. Can you say that? Can you tell that person beside you, survive the dip? The other one, survive the dip. It's okay to go through this dip. Do not let yourself go to the route of quitting. When you go or your downline go through this dip, make sure to focus on learning and activity goals. Are you with me? Next, your motivation is in a level from 0 to 100. It doesn't matter as long as you are able to survive the motivation dip. Next, to convert motivation into action, you need confidence. Downlines who are just motivated, who do not produce results, ladies and gentlemen, lack action. I will repeat. Downlines who are motivated but lack results, lack action. They are just motivated and no result. They lack action. They are just excited, but they are not doing anything at all. How do you make a motivated downline create action? How do you push them to do massive action? How do you push your downline, how do you push a motivated downline to create massive action? They need confidence. So instead of focusing on motivating them, focus on their competence. How do you make them good at what they do? Practice, teach them, guide them. Because if a downline becomes confident, ladies and gentlemen, they will take action. How do they become confident? If you make them competent. So competent equals confident. Can you repeat that? Competent equals confident. When they become confident, lakas ang loob sa Tagalog. Believe sa sarili sa Tagalog. When they become confident, they can talk to a lot of people. They can do presentation, even if they don't know to present at all, because they become more confident. And when they become more confident, they produce good results. Your level of motivation to network marketing is specific and is eventually driven by your motivation cycle. There are two motivation cycles, positive and negative motivation cycles. A few new people take massive action and achieve great results, which drives their success. A few new people take massive action and achieve great results, which drives their success. So what does it mean? You always need new people in your group because the lifeblood of any network marketing company is new blood. Can you say that? New blood. To get more milk, if you have like a large group now, or let's say not a very large group yet, to get more milk, to get more points, to get more income, to get more milk, get more cows. To get more milk, get more cows. So what are you going to mean? Get more new people. Get more new people. If you have downlines or negative, what do you do to them? Throw them out. Throw them out. After, pushing them, motivating them, and after you did your best to really resurrect them, and yet they are not producing any result, and they are not yet motivated, then you can actually tell yourself the word next. Next. Can you say that? Next. With emphasis on letter N. Next. So now you understand the science of motivation, and we hope, ladies and gentlemen, that you'll be able to apply this to your downlines, to your group, and even more important, to even apply this to yourself so that you will all become successful global ambassadors in AIM Global. Thank you very much. More power, everyone. God bless you all. Thank you.
Power! Gonzales.
Round of applause!
Let's make Sir Johnny a big hand. One more time.